What a privilege it is to type a letter to Western Canada's premier typewriter repairman, a fellow who is doing God's labor. That is a direct quote from two-time Academy Award winner Tom Hanks to Saskatoon typewriter repairman Thom Cholowski. Cholowski is just one of a few typewriter repair people in the world. And after typing out a letter to his fellow typewriter enthusiast Tom Hanks, he received a personal letter along with a rare typewriter worth an amount of money only he will disclose as priceless. Thom Cholowski is joining us from Saskatchewan this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you today?
I am doing well, and I'm very excited to meet you because I also really like typewriters. How did your interest in the machines begin?
I was always that kid that was taking things apart, wanting to learn how they worked. And I got my first typewriter when I was 5 years old. Took it apart, and that was that. And it's been a passion of mine ever since.
What inspired you to type a letter out to Tom Hanks?
Well, I was always brought up to say thank you whenever somebody did something nice for you. And in 2016, Mr. Hanks appeared in the documentary California Typewriter. And that very much sparked a resurgence in interest in these machines. And that has definitely had an impact on my life. And I just wanted to reach out and say thank you and let him know that impact. And I wasn't expecting a reply. And lo and behold, he wrote back.
How did you feel when you saw this package and saw this letter?
I was very humbled. But it just reaffirmed that he's just the person that we all hoped that he is.
I know what I like about typewriters, but I want to know what you love about typewriters.
Oh, the history. You've got 100 years of history between the 1880s and the 1980s. The colors, the shapes, the mechanical intricacies of them, they're just beautiful machines.
I love the sounds, like the click, 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 and the ding, and I love all of it. I like the plastic, like the resin buttons. I like the old push buttons, all of it. I think they're so much fun. I love that you do too. I'm curious, though, why you advocate and have made a career out of fixing a piece of technology that most people consider outdated. I mean, they do everything now on their phone.
Well, they're very much welcoming back. They're a wonderful way to unplug from the internet. Most of us spend our days in front of keyboards. This is a great way to slow things down, throw them back, and it's also very personal. I mean, if you were to receive a typewritten letter, it would stand out.
That is true. Do you still use your typewriters? And I was curious to learn that there are certain documents in existence still that have to be done on a typewriter.
I use a typewriter to write notes, and when I repair a machine, I include a type test, and so that's typed out. But yes, there's quite a few industries that still use typewriters where it's required. First and foremost being lawyer's office, legal offices. There are certain documents that have to be typed out. So yes, it's still around.
Are you still in contact with Tom Hanks, given you're one of only maybe 15 people in the world who can repair a typewriter, and he is a collector? Have you formed a friendship or a relationship, either personal or working?
Well, we did correspond, and I'd like to see how that plays out.
Oh, Tom's the word. Do you ever use email, Tom, or do you use typewriter whenever you can?
Oh, yeah, I use email just like everyone else. But when I want to correspond with someone on a personal level, I'll type them a note out.
Okay, Tom, I'm just curious. The last question. I have a couple typewriters at home that I've picked up from vintage stores or antique hunting. And if I needed one fixed, how much does it cost?
It depends on what's wrong with it. Like a basic cleaning will run you around $120, $150. But some repairs, depending on how damaged the machine is or how rare it is, it can run you up to $500 to sometimes $1,000.
All right, I'm going to go home and I'm going to take a close look at mine, and you and I might be in contact. I'm no Tom Hanks, but I might send you a typewriter. Thom Cholowski, great to meet you. Thanks for getting up with us this morning.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.